Double break? What's up, dude? Nice bike you got there, man. Why don't you have a basket in front of your bike, Double break? Huh? You need a basket in front of that bike, man, to make it legit. Wow, what's up, Tony Romo? Tony Romo begged to come back to the stream and be unbanned, but doesn't show up anymore. Romo. Oh no, another drive-by. Yes. How was your day? I'm good. My day was I was busy, man. That's all I can say about work, you know. Danny, who will win the NBA championship? I don't know. We don't even know who's into the finals yet, right? I mean, that could be an issue, right? Slight issue with picking a winner so soon, right? Don't look at the club swag chat. Oh God, why not, Mike? What in the world are you doing in there? What's up, Dan? How's it going, dude? So, Mike, I got a question. Actually, it's good that you're here because I wanted to. What my discussion topic for today is going to be based on a comment that Kanye West made recently. So, if for anyone who watches the news or pays attention to the news or anything like that, some of you may have heard recently that Kanye West made a comment. Well, I would say a pretty potential divisive comment, just within, like, you know, African Americans, black people, whatever you want to call them, themselves. The fact that Kanye West made the comment saying that slavery was an option, or was like basically a state of mind. Essentially, he gave the perception that you had an option to either be a slave or not. So I kind of want to know what I want to know. Hey, what's up, Jelly? How's it going, dude? And Tony Romo has better things to do. Everyone here hates him. Well, I mean, that could be. You was in your feelings. Oh, snap. Mike was letting it all out. So, I mean, what do you guys think that means? What do you think he means by that? Because I feel like, for me, I actually think that, like, at the surface, Kanye West's black card is revoked. But what do you guys think he meant by that? Like, I have a feeling, like, and I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, and I'm making him seem like he's I could make him seem like he's a semi-intelligent person, even though he says, like, at times the most outlandish things. But I have my thought on it, but I want to know, like, what do people think about that? Like, what do you think he meant by slavery was an option? I don't know if anyone has any thoughts on that, but that's some bull. Slavery in USA was tribal warfare in Africa. They would be sold to Europeans by African tribes for land and weapons. I think he's saying why slavery lasted so long. I mean, when you think about it, like, so how old is Kanye West? Can someone tell me how old is Kanye West right now? Because one thing that the only thing I can, well, there's a couple of things I have. A couple of my thoughts on it was, one thing was that in the movie, in 1996, in the movie, if you've ever seen, he's 38? Okay, so then, oh, wait, you said 38, Luke says 40, so someone either looked that up and someone's just guessing. Okay, so Luke's got it right. Well, but June 8 hasn't happened yet, right? So he's technically, he's not 55. He's not freaking, he doesn't qualify for senior discount at McDonald's, Mike. What the hell's wrong with you? He's 40, okay. So, wow. So in the movie, Don't Be a Menace to South Central by drinking your juice in the hood. Now, of all the movies, like, people, I don't know for anyone who's seen that movie, but as ridiculous as that movie was, that movie actually, it was intended to be ridiculous, but it was intended to actually give, I think, black people, like, talking points to think about. And again, like I said, they did it, the Wayans did it through comedy. But see, one of the things that they did say in the movie was that one of the Wayans brothers said, well, again, it was part of the movie, but he said, like, you know, even though, like, slavery was over, he said, well, black people, you know, some people were still slaves in the mind. And when you think about that, I mean, just think about it that way. What if Kanye West really actually meant it that way? Like, I don't know what he meant. Again, this is just more just to have a discussion than anything. I'm not saying if he was right or wrong, or I don't know exactly what he was thinking because, you know, he's a freaking weirdo, but but I mean, that's one thing to consider is that, you know, like if you kind of live the system, so to speak, then you don't have any other choice, or you don't feel like there's any other choice but to be stuck in that system. I don't see, that's the thing. I don't know that he's trolling though, dude. I really don't. Like, I feel like he has something on his mind and he's trying to like get it out, but I think he's like the worst. He's basically the Black Donald Trump. He is the worst person when it comes to expressing what he's really thinking. He's the absolute worst person that you could give. Like, what if he was the spokesperson for black people? That would be like the worst thing possible, right? I mean, so Donald Trump being the spokesperson basically essentially for the United States, again, is the worst thing possible. OHIO. But I don't know that he's trolling, but I feel like, again, like, I think like that could be part of what he was thinking, was that, like, you know, if you kind of buy into like the fact that there is this system and there's these things controlling you and stuff like that, that then you're always going to have the mindset like, well, I can't get better. I am a slave to the system. You know, I'm kind of stuck here. There's no way out. You know, that kind of thing. I mean, that's essentially what I personally believe they meant in the movie, is that you get into that and then you can't think anywhere beyond, like, you don't think like, well, I can go to college or I can be a better person. I'm gonna be stuck in the ghetto for the rest of my life. And I'm not saying all black people live that way or in that situation, but in the context of that movie, that's basically what they were alluding to, was that if you were like some ghetto kid in the hood, that like your mindset might just be like, I can never be better than what I am right now, right? So I would hope that there's not that many people out there that think that way. But you never know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. There might be people that actually think that way. And I would hope that in this day and age that no one actually thinks that just because you're black and you live in the hood or whatever the case may be, that you have to kind of give in to the fact that, you know, there's white privilege or that kind of stuff. Like, I feel like that's, I don't want to say an excuse, but in a way, like, how it kind of is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Braun is the guy now? Oh, God. Well, that's good, finally. Hopefully. You think part of what he was trying... Oh, my God, I almost said a construction barrel. I think part of what he was trying to get at was that they never tried to revolt against the slave masters. Well, see, and that was the other side of it, too, Luke. That was, like, my other part of it, was that it was partly a decision to be a slave, in the sense that you can... Just like at work, right? You have the option to remain complicit, or you have the option to just quit your job. Now, I'm not saying like being a slave and quitting and working a job was one and the same. I'm using that just as a reference point. I'm not saying it was like, well, I'm just not going to be a slave anymore, right? I mean, but keeping in mind that a lot of people died, you know, a lot of people died and whatnot, and spoke up, and it took a lot of people to speak up to end slavery, right? I mean, but you didn't have that, like, you know, back when it first started, and it went on for hundreds of years. And you know, I just feel like that's one of those, I don't know, like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, I'm not saying that like you can't change it now, so I mean, it is what it is, right? But I mean, I think that's the other side of it was, but I think like from a philosophical standpoint, I kind of feel like, you know, even though like slavery's been over for a long time, that like I think some people may potentially play the victim and just be like, well, I'm black, so I'm never gonna make it anywhere in life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I hope no one thinks that way at this point. You know, I understand that there's white privilege and that kind of stuff. I completely get that, but that shouldn't ever damper anyone's hopes and dreams, right? Or the thought that you could ever like be better than what you are, or be better with maybe what your parents think you can ever be. I don't know, like why do you want to talk about something else? Are you not sophisticated enough to talk about this? Does this subject matter make you uncomfortable? but it wasn't really the slaves who tried to abolish it. Republicans such as Lincoln stepped in. Yeah, but when you think about it, like, but you had guys like Martin Luther King and those people that, like, it wasn't just like one guy who was like, we're not going to stand for this anymore, right? Now, you know, you had before that though, but you had to have people that, yeah, you had to have people, of course, you had to have white people that would help support that to actually make that happen. But at the same time, like, again, I mean, in a way, it was your decision to either remain complicit or look for another way out. Like, let's take Harriet Tubman, for example, right? Remember, she decided that she was not going to be complicit, and what did she do? She ran away. She had the Underground Railroad and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that necessarily made everything better, but I mean, there were certain people who chose not to be complicit, and that was their decision to not be slaves. They were not slaves in the mind, and they were not going to be held prisoner and captive and forced to work for free under ridiculous conditions and stuff like that. So I mean, again, like, yeah, it was kind of, I mean, again, like, I understand it, like, it was an option, but it wasn't. Like, it's kind of, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? I mean, because if you weren't a slave and you ran away and you got caught, I'm pretty sure you'd probably get killed or something like that, right? I mean, so there's that aspect of it too. So I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to pretend that, like, it was an easy decision to make, but, you know, there it is. No, Marcus, it's not necessarily a political discussion. My question to open the stream was the comments that Kanye West made, saying that being a slave was essentially was a choice, more or less, is basically what he said on TV the other day. So I was asking everyone, like, well, what do you think he meant by that, or kind of what's your opinion behind what he was saying? So it's not like we're saying whether or not slavery was right or wrong. It's not really a political discussion. It was just something that he said, and I wanted to get what people's thoughts were on that. Poopity scoop. What the heck? Like Kunta Kinte? Wow. Every time I think of Kunta Kinte, I think of that Chappelle skit where he's like hanging up, and it was like he was basically doing like the Roots remake or some crap like that, where he's like Kunta Kinte, and then the guy was like fake whipping him or whatever. I thought that was pretty funny, but that was Chappelle Show type stuff. So how the hell was being a slave a choice? If it wasn't a choice, it wouldn't have happened. Well, no, I mean, dude, I just explained that. Like I said, the rationale, what I'm thinking is that the idea that it being a choice, the way that's true is that you didn't have to be a slave. You could have run away, like, you know, Harriet Tubman, like I said, Harriet Tubman, Underground Railroad type stuff. I mean, you could have run away. You could have chose not to be, but at the risk of losing your life. But I mean, you still had a choice that you had to make. So either you chose to be complicit, or you chose to run away. And like I said, I'm not pretending that it was an easy choice to make. Some people, that was just the way you lived. I mean, that was how you got by. I mean, I'm not saying it was easy, okay? So don't pretend like that's what I'm saying. All right, I gotta pay my toll real quick, guys. Hi.
425.
May I receipt, please?
75 cents.
All right, thank you. Thanks, you too. You guys flipped over. You were staring at the seat. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, guys, so hey, I'm back. I think that depends on whose perspective you're going through. Some slaves didn't object to their servitude, while many others obviously descended, albeit secretly. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not passing any judgment on any slave, because that's not my, I mean, that's not, like, for all of us, that's none of our business to pass judgment, right? Whether you're black, white, you know, whatever the hell color you are, purple, green, I mean, that's, none of us can pass judgment on what those people, you know, had to live through and had to go through. And, like, again, like I said, it was basically pick your poison. Either you be a slave and you comply, or you don't be a slave and then you worry about getting killed or lynched or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'm not saying that you should have picked one way or another, or one way or the other was right or wrong. I'm just saying like those are pretty much your options, right? I mean, it was pick your poison.
Watch out, vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
Hey guys, there's a vehicle stopped on the shoulder ahead. All right, well, so there was that. It was good talk with that. For some reason, I felt like I was going to talk about that yesterday. I think that was the other big thing I wanted to talk about last night that we never got to because we spent so much time talking about condoms. Oh, welcome anyone who wasn't here last night. It was either a life or death decision. Yeah, pretty much. Like literally, one way was life. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Watch the toll booth catching you doing streaming. They don't record that crap. What are you talking about, DC? What? Are you serious? Cowboys going 16-0? Yeah, probably not going to happen. Listen to Lift Yourself by Kanye. Why? What is that about? Discussions on condoms. What the hell have I been missing? See, exactly. Doesn't this count as texting and driving? No. It's not texting and driving if you don't get caught. But anyways, so what's up, Maxwell? How's it going, dude? Opinions on Baker Mayfield? I don't know. We'll have to see him on the field. Jason Witten retired. Yeah, we knew that, dude. That's old news, man. Yeah, Marcus, it was, we talked about what condoms came up because literally as soon as I started the stream, I was showing everyone this commercial. There's this commercial, I don't know if you've seen it, a commercial for Trojan condoms that they were playing like on CNN. No, it was Comedy Central. On Comedy Central, they were playing this commercial for Trojan condoms, and it was like by far like the funniest like condom commercial I think you'd ever seen. They were talking about like these like thinner like they were promoting like more feeling type condoms, so they were promoting like these thinner condoms, and then like they have this guy and this girl like acting this out, and like the girl's like she looks up at like the register, you know, person who's not in the frame at all, but she looks up and she's like, and each box has got like 40 condoms in there. She looks up, she's like, we'll take 3 boxes, and I was just like, holy crap, dude. Like, I just thought it was like the most hilarious thing. And then they're like, condoms, they're like so good you won't want to wait. And you know, they put that in big words, and the guy's like, okay, I'm gonna run out and go run out and get the car warmed up. And she just like shakes her head like she's all like excited and stuff. I mean, it is too damn funny, dude. It is the funniest freaking condom commercial I ever seen. So oh, wow, Donovan. Your birth certificate is an apology from a condom factory. Damn. Jesus, 40 per box? That's got to be expensive as hell. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 40 per box. I mean, I could be wrong, but the fact that she even just asked for 3 boxes, I'm like, wow, dude. But she was all like the excitement on her face was just like, the acting was good. I'll say that. I mean, and it's not like the girl was like, she was like bad looking. Like that would have been the worst thing you could have done in a condom commercial, right? Is put someone on there who doesn't look good by any means. Like that's like putting me in a condom commercial. Why the fuck could you put me in a condom commercial? They'd be like, dude, that guy's ugly as fuck. Like why would? So you know, I'm gonna go ahead and just ban you, Maxwell. Okay, so bye bye. What is PA? PA is Pennsylvania. So if you are familiar with state abbreviations. This one girl that I just passed by in the car, she kind of looked like Mila Kunis back from like that 70s show. That 70s show, Mila Kunis, if anyone remembers that show. God, probably most of you people will not. Even though it wasn't a show from the 70s, but you know, early 2000s, but most of you weren't even born then, so I mean, it's like, you're not from the United States. Oh, okay. Legend. Well, where are you from, Legend? Baker Mayfield is a choice? Why did someone delete that? Why did someone delete that? That wasn't bad. He is a choice. Georgetown? Georgetown, like where? Like, that's not the name of a country, right? I mean, everything a choice. Oh, South America. Wow, South America. Wow, dude. Well, welcome. I know I've seen you here before, but you said my stream is being sabotaged? Oh, I don't know about that, but, you know. So, yeah. So almost, well, not almost home, but I got a little ways to go. I left work around like a little after 4, so I don't expect to be home until shortly after 6. So, are the Browns going to ruin another QB? Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like there's different excitement, a different kind of hype around the team this year. I don't think so. I don't feel like that anything bad could go wrong. I mean, sometimes the reason why Browns have issues with QBs though is because of the fact that they get injured. So, you know, you can't help that. I mean, especially the thing I hate the most is when they show like the list of starting quarterbacks. I mean, they throw guys in there that are like they played like one game because someone was injured or something, and it's like that doesn't count. Like they were forced to be a starting quarterback because someone else got injured. Like, are you really going to do that for every team? Like, I just feel like that's kind of bogus. But you know, whatever. You don't be familiar with city's abbreviation? Okay, I mean, it's a state. It's a state, not a city. Pennsylvania, United States. He's going to ruin them? No. Well, you guys got to keep in mind that, remember, Tyrod Taylor is the starter, so it's not like I wholeheartedly do not expect to see Baker Mayfield play a single snap this year unless it's more of like what they tried to do with Johnny Manziel, like one of his first years, where like you kind of bring him in for a couple of snaps or something like that just to get his feet wet, kind of thing. You know, I feel like if there's there could be plays specifically designed for him where it gives him the option to either try to make a pass or run the ball. So it's, you know, maybe short distance play or, you know, something that's like, you know, easy, so to speak. Or in fact, if they happen to ever be in a case where they're dominating someone so badly that they can actually afford to start Baker Mayfield as the backup QB just because, like, hey, we need no risk in getting Tyrod injured. Do I work in Pennsylvania? Out of my home, Ohio, and the corporate office that I work at is in Pennsylvania. So I go there. I travel there for 3 days a week. I stay there from Tuesday through Thursday. So I drive there Tuesday morning and I drive home Thursday evening or Thursday afternoon. But I'm there essentially at work in corporate office 3 days a week out of 5. Wow, that's a lag? What? Or was it, wow, that's a lot? Tyrod deserves a chance? Well, yeah, I mean, of course he does. I mean, he's going to get his chance. Like you said, he's the starting QB. They announced that before they even drafted Baker Mayfield. And I saw, like, people have been asking, like, well, since you already named Tyrod Taylor a starter, like, well, then what does that mean for Baker Mayfield? And John Dorsey was just like, well, he's like, going into training camp, Tyrod Taylor's a starter. He never wavered, like saying, well, he could lose his job or anything like that. But he said that he expects that Baker Mayfield go into starting camp competing. But it doesn't sound like they're wavering on whether or not like Tyrod Taylor will keep the starting job. Like Tyrod Taylor would have to be so bad that they would just hand it to Baker Mayfield. So I feel like they're trying to do it the right way and say, look, you can come in the league, you sit here, you wait behind Tyrod. If he does well, then hey, you learn from someone who's doing good and you learn the ins and outs. Yeah, I saw that Matt Ryan got a 5-year contract, man. 5-year contract extension with the Falcons. That's good for him, man. I hope he wins the Super Bowl. I really do. I think he deserves him. A chicken leg. Wow, okay. Are you live streaming Backlash this Sunday? I don't know, man. It depends. I mean, it kind of depends. Like, I don't even know what the matches are on Sunday. Isn't Roman Reigns is supposed to face, like, Samoa Joe, right? Then does Brock Lesnar even have a match? What the people? Then Rodgers will get $40 million. I don't know. What's up, right guy? How's it going, dude? Yeah, it makes you wonder what's going on with Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, maybe it's nothing, but it kind of seems like there's some kind of discontent up there in a way. And I wonder if Green Bay really feels like the receiver or the cornerback they drafted in the draft was actually better than Demarius Randall, considering they let him go like after being in the league for just 2 years. AJ Styles, yeah, that doesn't. The matches are good, but after they did that whole double count out thing at the Greatest Royal Rumble, that left. I absolutely despise. That was basically considered a pay-per-view in my eyes. I absolutely despise when they end pay-per-views like that. If it's okay, it makes sense if you're going to do that during a regular show, but you don't do that in a pay-per-view. And they did that shit in there after all, like kind of the build-up and the hype, and it just, the double count-out was just dumb. I absolutely hate when they do that. What does PA mean? It means Pennsylvania. Nuts? These nuts? I think you told this one before. I just don't really remember what you said. So, but I'm pretty sure you actually told this joke and that it's old. It's a riddle. Right, Baker? You got it. These nuts. I feel like you told that one before. So, wow. Supposedly Brock won't fight till June, man. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, it makes no sense. They just kind of, they made it seem like Roman Reigns was going to do it. Then they kind of, like, gave up on him, I guess. Supposedly, maybe. Like, what are you doing? Like, you pushed him so hard. And then you just let him fail. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what to say anymore, dude. Like, I would have said, like, I honestly, after the whole thing, after the build-up to WrestleMania, I felt like I was ready to see Roman Reigns win the belt. Hands down, I was ready for him to win the belt. Like, I felt like they got me enough on his side, just enough, to where I would have been like, okay, thank God someone finally beat Brock Lesnar and won the belt back. Like, that's how much I was, like, hoping they take the belt away from Brock. In addition to that, because of the fact that Brock, like, is a part-timer, I still feel like they need to drop that belt on someone who actually wrestles.
Watch out, object on road ahead.
There's an object on the road ahead. Oh, my God. What's up, Tanner? What's up, Aiden? How's it going, dude? Because Brock signed a new contract with a lot of zeros. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Money in the Bank now being made major pay-per-view. I mean, wasn't it always a major pay-per-view? I mean, it pretty much was. Tanner, that is a ridiculous profile picture you have there, dude. Why are you sticking your tongue out at everyone? Woman Wayne's good Elmer Fudd impersonation. Yeah, saying Roman Reigns for some reason. So, wait, 5 hours? No, you're joking. They're not going to make that thing effing 5 hours. They better not. They better not do that, dude. 5 hours is like, I will not watch it. I will absolutely just refuse to watch it if it's that long. WrestleMania, like, once in a life, like, once a year, WrestleMania 6 hours or 7 hours or half a day, whatever the hell it is at this point, like, that is enough. But if they start making more pay-per-views that long, that is just too long. They saw at WrestleMania how easily people lost interest by the time they got to the remaining matches. There's just no interest. No one, like, even though everyone in the world does not have ADD, things can only go on for so long before people just lose interest. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how excited about that thing they are, eventually you lose interest. Vic, dude, you know what? You can't even talk, dude. Like, I guess you said, I don't know that you're not a Steelers fan, but remember, Pens are down 2-1, dude. So go Caps, go. How about that? I like that better. I like watching Pittsburgh getting beat on their home ice. So I want to see it happen again. I want to see Capitals put a whooping on them. So, you know, I mean, I can't help that. It's unfortunate that Penguins fans don't treat hockey like they do football, like the Steelers, right? Because if that was football and it was the Pittsburgh Steelers putting that hit that Tom Wilson put on some other player, what would Steelers fans say? What would be the number one reaction by Steelers fan? Oh, that's just football. So as a hockey fan, I'm going to say what Tom Wilson did to whoever that loser is that he took the hell out, it's just hockey. So you have no sympathy for me for that hit that guy got, and he got suspended for that shit. And as dirty as Pittsburgh is, Steelers fans cannot even comment, because Steelers fans are the last people to admit how dirty their team plays. So nope, you have no sympathy for me. So Pittsburgh deserved every ounce. That guy deserved every ounce of that hit that he got. And that guy, Tom Wilson, should not be suspended 3 games for that hit, in my opinion. UFC needs Lesnar until McGregor-Mayweather fight. There's not going to be a McGregor-Mayweather fight in UFC. That's not going to happen. Mayweather's done, dude. Like, that's not going to happen, dude. I don't ever foresee that match happening. I see absolutely no reason why Mayweather would risk his life to go into the octagon with freaking Conor McGregor. It makes absolutely no sense. Dude, it's a new style of fighting. McGregor and Dana White are putting it together. It's called boxing. It's not a new style of fighting. Basically, that's what they would want to do, is they'd want to water it down to basically just a boxing match inside the octagon where, like, it's not kickboxing, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's probably what they would do. And then you basically just water down MMA, and then it's basically just boxing, but with different gloves on. What state do I live in? I live in Ohio. It is a cross between mixed martial arts and boxing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they would just water it down, and then it wouldn't be MMA. So then what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, then how does Conor McGregor not just lose again then, right? I mean, if it's basically just watered down MMA, then it puts him at a disadvantage. I mean, it's all about building hype, right? It's all about getting people to watch. That's what it comes down to. So 5 ounce, what? 5 ounce of what? Weed? What you smoking, man? It would be like Lesnar versus Reigns at Mania. Yeah, just a bunch of... Well, I don't know about that. Because there was elbows. There was elbows in that. They wouldn't even let McGregor go that far with Mayweather. I don't think they would let him do that to Mayweather. Can you imagine McGregor grounding Mayweather and then, like, just elbowing the shit out of him? Mayweather's agents would, like, they would blow a gasket. Just like all the NFL changes, the new league starting up next year, American Alliance will get a big response. Wait, American Alliance? I don't know what you're talking about. What is that? I thought you were talking about XFL in 2020. This was prearranged last year. McGregor is 400 or 500 million more. He doesn't have a problem with McGregor's hand being raised. That's so stupid. It's garbage, dude. I don't get it. I mean, I watched it, but I felt like it was like, meh. Ooh, NBA warns Drake about use of bad language after spat with Kendrick Perkins. Ooh, Drake got in trouble. Stream is messing up. What do you mean? Do you like football? Yeah, I like football. McGregor wins by TKO? Or KO. Possibly. Because again, man, like, he can leg kick, he can hit him with knees. I mean, the possibilities are endless, man. So I'm actually gonna get home pretty earlier than kind of what I expected. I guess we flew through. No, I'm saying, like, a knee would knock him the hell out, and then he would just get a KO. I'm not talking about, like, stop the fight kind of stuff. Yeah, Mayweather's old, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it makes absolutely no sense for... The only reason why Mayweather would do it is for the money, because of the fact that he basically, he makes so much, and he basically looks like he spends it like it's gonna... to use a Chris Rock line, he spends it like it's gonna rot. Brock beat Orton by TKO at SummerSlam. Yeah, but that was a staged finish, though. I still don't get it, but I don't know. I feel like they're in a way WWE's trying to, like, that's kind of their way of trying to bring in the MMA crowd, like, get people to kind of flip-flop. That's why you bring in someone like Brock Lesnar, because if you have people that follow him and what he does, then you have like all of a sudden like MMA following maybe of people that you didn't normally have previously. But then when Brock leaves, then you bring over Ronda Rousey, so then you also kind of bring with that like some MMA fans potentially. And then when Brock leaves though, then you may shift some of the fans you gain back over to MMA. So I mean, it's all like a numbers game really. How many people can I get to watch my crap? What are you talking about, DC? It doesn't make any sense. You're dead on the inside? Wow, Giraffe, where the hell have you been, dude? You haven't been here forever. Hey, what's up, JJ? What's up, Moises? How's it going, dude? Why, oi? Wow, you just said a bunch in Spanish or something like that, dude. I'm sorry. This is no speaky Espanol. No entiende español. Do I say como te llamas? I'm so used to like just thinking of like a Spanish person, no speaking English. I was almost gonna say that, then I had to think, oh wait, I'm talking to someone who's no habla español. That's true. Duh. I should have known that one. No habla español. It's not no hablo, isn't it? I thought it was habla. No habla español. I mean, I had Spanish like for 1 year in high school, but high school for me was almost like 20 years ago. Giraffe, how is your night? You have no idea where you've been. What do you mean you have no idea where you've been? You're from Brazil? Okay. Alright, that's cool, man. That's cool. Well, hopefully you understand some English, I guess. You've been learning Spanish in middle school for 3 years. Wow, really? I only took 1 year of Spanish. I took Spanish like I think I took Spanish in like my senior year. Junior or senior year, one of the two, because I was just like, I needed something to fill in like some points. So I'm just like, you had to take like an elective, so I was like, well, I guess I'll just take Spanish. Because my stepfather spoke Spanish, so I figured he would think like, oh wow, that's cool, like you're actually gonna try to like understand some Spanish or something. But I never really took it seriously. And because like his family, like his side of the family speaks Spanish, but they also speak English pretty well too, since some of them, if not most of the people that we were familiar with talking with, lived in Ohio, lived in the United States long enough where they were pretty much, forced to learn how to speak English. Me llamo Alfonso. All right, what's up, Alfonso? What's up, Alfonso? See, isn't como te llamas? Isn't it that's the correct way of asking, right? What is your name, right? I don't think it's como te llamo. It's como te llamas, right? I can't remember exactly. You can't believe the Rockets lost? I mean, how can you not? I mean, it's the Jazz, dude. The Jazz, remember who they beat to advance. It's not like the Jazz were like a pushover team that beat some scrubs, right? And como está is... Yeah, como está, I know como está. Dame agua, por favor. Give me water, please. I mean, like I said, I know I have some phrases or some kind of gibberish, Spanish gibberish that I know, but shut up, man, they lost. I mean, but I know they lost. I mean, but I'm just saying, like the Jazz, I mean, it's not like they're a pushover team. It's not like they beat some scrub team to advance, right? I mean, remember, we've had 2 lower seeds advance, right? It wasn't like Jazz were a lower seed, right? And so were the Pelicans. I mean, that's not exactly how the playoffs are supposed to go, right? Tanner, are you Kevin Nash's son? What? Oh God, come on. Just because his name is Tanner Nash, really? Really? Please, dude. DC, that's a stretch. That's just stress. Jazz got jazz hands. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. When you get Redskins, Baker did not give them to me. Dude, I told you, man, I'm not in a position, like, when I'm in PA to be sitting there updating spreadsheets and crap for Madden. So I still don't know who's going to take Seattle then. If I'm moving you to Washington, who's going to take Seattle? Oh, I would say if you haven't, if you're here today, the stream for tomorrow, I have a pretty good idea what I'm going to do. I don't know how many people are going to like it. I feel like most of you will probably be okay with it and enjoy it. But it may end up being a little bit too slow paced for some people, but I don't know. But it will be, oh, excuse me, it will be sports related, so, oh, excuse me, I think the base of fans should enjoy it, but we'll see how many people decide to stick around. What's more important, work or spreadsheets for the tourney? Work, because spreadsheets for the tourney don't pay me my salary. You fucking idiot, dude. Like, someone basically cut me off by trying to make a left turn, like when traffic is coming. So they use the good old fashioned close your eyes and turn the wheel and punch the gas and see if you make it technique. The views. I mean, but again, the views don't give me. I mean, they give me some monetary. There's some monetary incentive for the views, but it's not nearly as much. Like I said, if I made as much money on YouTube as I make at work, then I would quit my job. But I don't, and it's far from what I make at work. So by a lot. So yeah, there's no chance anytime soon. But the thing is I feel like my time on YouTube is going to be very limited, because who really wants to be around when there's like some like 50-year-old guy like streaming videos? What's up, Alpha? How's it going, dude? Yeah, why no long time no see? That's a good question. That's on you, man. That was your choice, not mine, bro. Me, 50-year-old guy. Yeah, I keep thinking about that. I'm like, man, what happens when I have kids and stuff like that? Like, there's going to be a lot of challenges that lie ahead for the stream that are going to be interesting to see how we all manage through them. What's up, bandits? Wow, dude, you're a little close, woman. You like even paying attention to the road? Like, she looks like she's like hunched over the steering wheel, or like she's like looking through her glove box or something. Give your kid your channel? I mean, I could. I mean, there's a possibility that might happen. There was an idea that my wife had that she was thinking about doing, but we haven't exactly talked about it in like a week or two, but she was basically trying to work out the logistics of it, and she wanted to do some streaming. And I said, she's like, well, I want to use my own channel. And I'm like, well, why the hell would you do that when I've already got a base? You know, I'm like, and I think the same base I have would really enjoy like your idea, but the problem is trying to figure out like how we would implement it and actually make it successful and make it what she thinks it should be at the end. So there's a chance that at some point in the future she could end up streaming on my channel, but that's not like, there's nothing confirmed on that. What is PA? PA is Pennsylvania. Face reveal. My face reveal was like years ago, dude. No, actually like last year. I've done many face reveal things. You're 61. Whatever, dude. You are not 61. Piggyback is a conflict of interest. No, it's not. What's up, Moses? How's it going, dude? No, Piggy, it's not. She's not piggybacking off anything. She's just, the thing is that it doesn't make sense for her to start a new channel where like she has like no base to begin with. Plus, the way YouTube is set up is they have it set up where you can give people like their own unique stream keys, I believe, where they can do live streams to your channel, and you can give them certain privileged access and stuff like that. So I mean, it's meant for the option to have multiple people share the same channel. If they had an idea of like, if you had like sub channels or something, like where you could kind of have like carry forward the same fan base, like that would be kind of neat if they have that idea. But I don't think they'll ever do that, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had like a hierarchy, you have like your parent channel was like YouTube vids, and I could have like, oh look, wow, the people who live next door were actually literally right in front of me there. All right. So that's that, guys. But we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Wow, the grass is looking nice and green and luscious. I don't see big brown spot areas anymore from the winter where the dogs like poop sat there and decomposed, you know, like for a month after the snow thawed. That's always a fun sight. All right, Luke was here, but he had to leave to go eat his mac and cheese. Whatever, he said dinner. I don't think his mom usually makes mac and cheese. Baker, when you have the kids, name them JJ the second. It's gonna be more like they're gonna be more like juniors. JJ is gonna be like Steve Baker Jr. or Steve Baker the second or something along those lines. If it's a boy, I mean, I'm hoping for at least one boy. I need at least one boy. I would be fine with having a girl too, but a boy and a girl, not just a girl. That would not make me happy. You need someone to carry on the family name, and girls don't usually do that. So that's why you want to have boys. James Harden, name him James Harden. No, not gonna happen. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm done for the day, guys. So like I said, tomorrow will be a sports related stream. So you'll just have to check it out, see what we're doing tomorrow. Like I said, I think most people will like it, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm good for the day, guys. So Kevin Snake Durant, yeah. But yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for everyone who stopped by today, dudes. Thank you for everyone who left a like, guys. Appreciate it very much. And I will see you guys all tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, as usual. Nice polo. I know, dude. I love this. Is actually one of my favorite shirts. It's really nice. I like this shirt a lot. So, but thanks. Take care, guys. See ya.